Yeah, go ahead. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to hit
Oh,
the
oh.
record button so I didn't miss anything. So yeah, go ahead and elaborate on like what you noticed in your own kind of watch back of this VOD.
So I think I was like trying to, really focus on taking angles and taking like off angles. I was using exclusively Ana in this match, but
Mhm.
I was yeah, I was like thinking about like where I can like possibly position myself that can, add extra pressure. But then like during those times like I think I was like I was like the first death for like a few of the fights. And so I was like, okay, maybe I was trying to take an angle, but I think maybe I was like it wasn't a good timing. It wasn't like the good position and whatnot.
Mhm.
And also another thing I was trying to focus here was like using my like cooldowns in sync with what my teammates are trying to do. So, as you can see, my teammate is a monkey. So I was
Okay.
like trying to I think I was trying to like anti-nade when like monkey was trying to dive to certain to the enemy and things like that. But
Mhm.
like and I think it worked out first, but um I don't know, like I think I was just kind of overwhelmed. And also speaking of overwhelmed, because like there were times where I just and I wrote this in the description, but like I was kind of like panicking when there was like multiple ults happening at once. And
Right.
I just kind of like when I panic, I just kind of like heal like hide behind a corner and just like heal bot.
Mhm.
But like I'm like maybe like because we're also using ults too, maybe I had the chance to turn the tides in our favor had I like been more calm and like been like, okay, maybe I can like, snipe that one health squishy or something had I looked more, looked around more. So
Gotcha.
they're just kind of yeah, just kind of looking for those like pointing out if you could point out like those opportunities that I missed.
Sure. So I just want to recap because that was a lot, right?
Mhm.
So you
Yeah.
said that in
Mhm.
this game you were focusing on your positioning.
Mhm.
For various reasons, you felt like that wasn't successful, and
Mhm.
then
Mhm.
you're also focusing on kind of timing your cooldowns to kind of support
Mhm.
your Winston,
Mhm.
and then also when there's a lot happening, you just kind of
Mhm.
panic and kind of
Mhm.
draw back and just heal bot, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So we'll take a look at all of it.
Mhm.
What I will say is it's very
Mhm.
difficult, not
Mhm.
only to learn something new and practice it the right way.
Mhm.
There's kind of this phenomenon in coaching, especially
Mhm.
Overwatch, where
Mhm.
when someone's trying to apply a new principle or a new way of
Mhm.
playing that they're not used to,
Mhm.
they
Mhm.
generally tend to derank. They tend
Mhm.
to lose a lot.
Mhm.
And that's because your brain is so focused on that one thing that it starts to slip on the other things, right?
Mhm.
But once you get it figured out, then your overall
Mhm.
gameplay is now of a higher pedigree and you'll tend to
Mhm.
climb back very quickly. So I'm
Mhm.
not surprised that you feel a little bit of a struggle,
Mhm.
trying to do these new concepts. But what I think doesn't help is if you're trying to do too many at one time. All right.
Mhm.
So I can't remember if when I did that recorded review for you, if I had mentioned it, but we'll
Mhm.
go ahead and talk about it now. So in
Mhm.
the future, whenever you're trying to work on something, I like to put
Mhm.
the same principle that I use for like nutrition and like fitness to
Mhm.
Overwatch, which is an 80-20 rule. So 80% of the games that you're going to play in any given session, you just play
Mhm.
the game. Okay, just play the game. For
Mhm.
the 20%, that
Mhm.
would be where you're really focused on that one thing. So, like, I'm
Mhm.
going to play 5 hours tonight. So, for one of those hours, I'm
Mhm.
only going to focus on my positioning, right? Every
Mhm.
2-3 seconds, I'm going to be like, casket, position, 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 position. Okay, I took some
Mhm.
shots. Where's your position? Where's your position? Okay, now
Mhm.
we're moving. Position, position, position. And you're doing that nonstop. And so the
Mhm.
reason why I like to follow that 80-20 rule is because that's
Mhm.
overwhelming. That's exhausting. If you do that
Right.
for, an hour, your brain is going to be exhausted. So you don't want to overwhelm yourself with too much. And that could be part of the issue as you were trying to focus on everything. And so you're having problems juggling that. We'll find out, of course, but I just wanted to preface with what you said with that. So let's go ahead and jump into it and see what we can figure out.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A. Covering you.
I actually really like this. I really like this. You would not have any angle to help here if you didn't do this. This is great. That's so good. Okay. Unfortunately, our team doesn't capitalize on it. They didn't walk in. They didn't do anything. So, yeah.
I think we do start kind of moving in now, but
Yeah, so I would say like the first thing that I think is like a missed opportunity, and I get why you don't do it, and it's because of this hazard. But when you see your monkey is looking for the next opportunity, and this comes down to cadence, right? So monkey has a cycle where he's gonna jump in either to reposition or he's gonna jump in to engage, right? So he's got a cycle where he's gonna be moving, some downtime, moving, some downtime, and it's gonna kind of repeat. You want to try to sync yourself on that cycle. So your monkey went in here, he did some stuff, he jumped out. So you should be expecting in the next few seconds, he's going to do something again. Whether that's re-engage here or re-engage here, it doesn't matter, right? But you should be expecting it. If we're expecting that, you want to go ahead and pre-position to where you can deal with it. So if I were you, when he jumped back here, I would have moved down. So let me ask you this. Let's go back real quick to where he jumps out. So this is where he starts to move out. So right here is where I would start to position in that spot. I want you to answer the question why. Why would you want to go now and move specifically to like right here-ish?
I don't know, like I guess, you know, the Winston is low on HP, so they're focused on the Winston and not me. Actually don't.
Well, sure, but you could make the argument, well, if they're focused on Winston, if I drop out of this window, they're going to see me do that, right? Now they might be focused on me, but why doesn't that matter?
Is it because Winston has already kind of like taken some space? Like
that's part of it for sure. Yeah, that's part of it. So what I want you to try to key in on here is when your Winston went in, he pulled a lot of attention, and pretty much everyone on the enemy team was looking at him. And what that did was it opened up space. And this is what I kind of alluded to when I was like, he did good and you did good. Unfortunately, your team didn't capitalize on it because they didn't realize what he was doing for them. And they didn't walk in and take the space too. So when he goes to make his jump back, right? If you drop down to support him, let's say you're here and Winston ultimately is going to end up behind the statue, right? Because he's waiting to be healed. And let's say you're right here. And the reason why you didn't do this is because, well, I'm scared these guys are going to jump me. I'm scared May is going to walk over here and try to shoot me. Right? That's a valid concern. But if the May comes over here to try to push you, well, now your team gets to shoot her in the side for free. Your Winston gets to put a bubble on her so she can't stop, or so she can't hit you, and your team gets to isolate and kill her, or force cooldowns, or whatever, right? Let's say he jumps over here because he's going for you. Well, you just sleep him.
Right.
Right? I sleep him, they wake him up, I anti him, and now he's low. Okay. But now he's cut off from his team. He's not getting help from Alari, right? And that would force maybe Kiri to TP in. Oh, now Kiri TP'd in and Suzard. Well, now she doesn't have cooldowns. So your team should be able to push that advantage and kill her, right? So there's all these little things that would happen to the enemy team's detriment if they were to push you here. But if you're here when this happens, okay, when he's going to go in, then you get to rotate, okay? You get to rotate this way. And again, if he jumps on you, we'll just sleep him, okay? We're not worried about him. But you're there to follow up on this. And what if we antied this? Right? Because Monkey's going to land and bubble, right? That's part of his thing. Now he messes it up, but it's okay. All right? But we don't know whether he's going to execute this right or wrong, right? But we can focus on our play, which is we're going to assume that he's going to execute this bubble right. He's going to get it on top of these guys. You throw that anti in. Now Kiri can't Suzu it because it'll hit the shield. So she has to make a decision. Do I TP in and Suzu or do I not? And while all that's happening, you're getting instantaneous value from your anti-nade and his damage. Okay? So, and we've got this nice angle right here that we can do something. And we've got our Wu Yang to help us out if we get pushed. So I think this is where you miss that opportunity is you're not paying attention to what he wants to do, thinking ahead about that and getting ready to move because I think you're a little too scared of getting jumped.
Yeah, I definitely was.
Okay. Well, let's keep going. We'll see how this plays out. Okay, I like this. I like all of this. I'm okay with you pushing this high ground. We might have done it a little bit late.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Good. Okay, Monkey just went back in, so that's where we would want to sink that grenade. Yeah. Good. Good. And we got a kill off of it. That's fine. Good. Very good. Very good. I like this position. This is good. Good. No. I like this too. Get that nade in there if you can. Okay.
I missed it.
So, what did you see here, right? So like when we start going forward, you want to nade. We're looking for nade. If I throw nade now, what's going to happen?
I think Kiri just used her Suzu, right? So she can't cleanse it anymore.
Well, she will in a second. What I'm alluding to is if we throw nade now, because Monkey's taking damage, likely your grenade's going to catch him and it's just going to explode on him, right? So we don't really have the angle to throw this. Right here we do. Okay. We throw it, we miss it. I'm okay with that. All right. I'm even okay with you being this far out because you've got sleep. All right. And Wu Yang should be able to support this. So I'm even okay with that. But regardless, we miss it, we still hit him with it. All right. I don't think you realize that this happened. That's what I'm trying to key in on is that I don't think you realize this happened. So if this was me, I would immediately swing on him and start doing damage. We want as much damage on him as possible while he's antied because then he dies. Okay. And then to deal with this stuff, we just kind of move here, right? We move all the way up against this wall and we're going to line of sight this. So that's what I would have done. I think this is what you missed, is that he was purple and you couldn't see it, but for a split second, it was very fast. So if I roll this back, it's that animation. It's the sound from the nade exploding, which is the key indicator that it hit him. Okay. And that's how you would know that he was purple. Okay. So.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's fine. It's really easy to miss those things, especially when there's a lot going on. But, you know, kind of going back to what we had talked about before, those fundamentals, understanding the audio, what you're hearing, that's one of the reasons why it would be very important. Now you can see him, so we'll see what you do here. Yeah, so right there, I would be pumping damage into him. Pump, right? It's okay.
Okay.
Good. Very good. Now we just push up to support, right? So Wu Yang sitting on point, we want to push up to support our tank.
Okay.
So it's almost like you're kind of scared to leave the point. He's got it. Just go. Just go, 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 go. Okay?
Okay.
Because what your monkey's doing right now is he's taking space. He's trying to clean up these kills so that you guys can kind of set up however you want. And this is good. You want to chase those kills when it makes sense.
Okay.
And I am perfectly okay with this angle. I love this. This is great. As long as we have someone moving cart, if you see like, okay, Wu Yang's not moving it and you go move it, that's fine.
Stand up straight. Payload secured. Let's move.
Yeah, so this is one of those things where your tank is going a little far forward, and that's where you've got to make that decision, right? Like, how do I need to position here? What do I need to consider? Because now you have a ball that can be on top of you in a second, right? Much faster than the hazard. So you definitely want to position in a way where you're away from your support. Now, why would we want to position away from our support on a dive like that?
I mean, I think like Wrecking Ball's like kit revolves around like, you know, hitting multiple enemies with his what is it? His pile driver was it called?
Sure, yeah.
So you know, I guess it's so that you can you're if you're like kind of grouped together, bunched together, you're all going to take the damage as opposed to if you're kind of like away from each other. Now like Wrecking Ball has to choose like, okay, who am I gonna, you know, engage with, kind of thing. Is that what it is?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
No, exactly. So like it works for Wrecking Ball, it works for Doomfist, it works for when you have a singular target that's going to try to dive you. Like right now on the enemy team, it's not like there's a Wrecking Ball and a Sombra and a Tracer and like all these things are going to hit you at the same time, right? There's one thing that can really flank on you and jump on top of you, right? And you could argue the Reaper, but we're going to argue we're going to hear the Reaper, right? Ball's a little bit more difficult because he's so fast, right? So if Ball comes in and you're kind of playing here and your team is here, if Ball comes in and hits you here, well then ideally your Wu Yang should be able to turn around and support that. You get the sleep, your team gets all the cooldowns on him, and he explodes, right? Ideally, that's what should happen. But if you guys are all bunched up like this, what's going to happen is he's going to pile drive, you're going to panic, you're going to throw nade, you're going to purple him, he's going to roll out, and he just drew that cooldown out of you for almost nothing. Right? We want to make it difficult for him, and you nailed it. Make him make a choice, right? Because I preach this for lower ranks. If you can force the enemy team to have to make multiple choices, where in your position you only have to make one choice, then you complicate their game and you make your game simple. And that's what we want. So if you're kind of like anywhere else not stacked on the team, then if he chooses to come in on you, you sleep him, your team helps. If he goes in on your team, you still sleep him, and you just look forward and heal, right? Not a big deal. Not stressful. Pretty simple. We just don't want to complicate all of that. So, I would just, with the ball, I would make sure that I'm a little bit away from the team and that I'm actively thinking and listening for his engagement. All right. What does he want to do? He wants to come in. He wants to be disruptive. He wants to smash us, maybe get a kill and then go. But if we're isolated, he's going to destroy us. The good thing with you is that you can be isolated and live because you've got sleep, you've got anti. Right? All right, let's keep going.
Okay.
Help me.
This is concerning. Why is this concerning to me? Okay, let's go here. Right now. What information did we just get?
So there's like an enemy on the payload too because we're contesting it now.
How do you know that?
It's on the, what is it? Not the scoreboard, but you know, like it's saying it's contested.
It's saying it's contested on the screen, so you're seeing the UI tag saying contested, but what else? What is the better indicator that it is contested? Listen very carefully.
Help me.
Do you hear that? Dun, 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 that chime that's happening?
Yeah.
That is the audio cue telling you someone is contesting the payload.
Right.
As soon as you heard that right here, so right now you've got visual on this side of the payload. Think of the payload as like a rectangle. So I can see this side and I can see this side. I can't see this side or the back. So from your position, you've got 50% of this payload covered. Right here, you hear it. You know that it's here. So instead of jumping up on the payload, turning around, like you didn't realize that it was contested until right now. And I know that because now you're looking around. You're like, what is going on? And then you see it, right? If you hear that audio cue sooner and process what that means faster, you would have known that he was here. And all you have to do is when you walk in, it's contested, you do this, and then you fight him, sleep him, whatever you feel you need to do, all right? But you would know faster, okay? So I'm a little concerned. Right. We didn't process that sound cue, right? But hey, that's a learning moment. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Good. I also hate that your tank went and sat on the payload with you. Because now the enemy team gets to walk in for free.
Right.
Yep. So he was still there. Yep. So you see how, if we back all the way to here, right? So this was the cycle that I explained to you, which is he wants to come in, he wants to disrupt, he wants to pull your cooldowns, and then he wants to keep doing that until you're so weak you can't fight back and he kills you. Okay? It's death through attrition, essentially. Why did we sleep here?
Okay. This is one of the things where I was looking back and I was like, I can argue both sides because I'm like, I think one kind of like rule I keep when I'm fighting against a wrecking ball is like he's trying to he's trying to get cooldowns out of me without him getting killed. So like I only try to sleep him, anti-nade him when I have multiple multiple teammates who can focus on him and kill him.
Sure.
So in that sense, I don't think this was a good sleep because I only had Winston with me. On the other side, I was just thinking, in as a result, I don't think it was correct because I think the enemy Kiriko used her ult and whatnot, and they were pushing. But I was thinking like, just because the payload is still pretty far away, we're still back here like behind the choke. So I was like, maybe I don't have to use my sleep for the next 15 seconds until we hard engage with their enemy front lines next time, like next time we do, just because we're still like pretty far back. So I was like, maybe I was just like, why not? So I was like, I don't really know if which argument is safer is correct per se.
Sure. And I mean, again, take my feedback with a grain of salt because I am a DPS main. I'm just going to give you the feedback. Hey, this is what I would do if I was you, or this is what I've seen, Honor players at my rank in these type of situations do. So my first question to you, I think you nail a lot of the points, but the context is missing. Okay. And so here's the context. Are you in danger if you're standing on this point and testing the point from him? Are you in danger of dying from him right now?
No.
Why?
Well, the Winston came with me.
Even if
so-
Winston wasn't here, let's pretend Winston's not here. You're on the payload.
Okay.
And he's over here. Are you at risk of dying?
Probably not. I don't think so.
No, you're not. He's too far away from you, right? I mean, maybe if you're out here in the open like this, where he can gun you down, sure. But if you're on payload and you're kind of using the payload as cover, okay, I'm here, I'm healing, they're fine. Now I'm looking at him. He's still back there. Okay, they're fine. I'm looking for him, right? Like, you're not in danger of dying because he hasn't committed. That's the key. He has not committed anything to fighting you yet. He's just poking at you, right? Well, I'm not worried about him. I'm going to save my cooldowns until he comes in, because you're right. If you sleep him right now, you don't have the damage to do anything. So you traded very valuable cooldowns for little value in return, because he 100% will escape this. And that's what he wants. So we gave him what he wants here. If this was me, I would have waited until there was more commitment, which the commitment comes later when he comes through and smashes on you guys right here. This is the commitment, right? Now he's committed. Now we sleep him right there. We sleep him here. He doesn't get the slam. He gets no damage. And then maybe we have the damage to kill him. Likely you're not going to kill him, but you'll definitely force him to retreat. And then when he retreats, now your team gets to walk their team for free, right? Because there's no tank to stop you. So all of these little decisions kind of compound, and as you go through the fight, they'll either show up later as good decisions or bad decisions. I think this one was a missed opportunity because we used our sleep dart when there was no value to be had. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay.
Hopefully all of that makes sense.
It really does.
Okay. All right, yep, this is fine. I'm okay with that. Yep, he dies. Look at it. Great job. Great job. He dies because our whole team is there. We slept him at a good time, and everyone was able to just do max damage to him, and he just explodes. That's perfect.
My ultimate is ready.
All right, so as far as nano goes, I'm looking for you to nano whatever makes sense, and I'm also looking for you to support the nano, okay?
Okay.
I would be okay with you rotating here. Yeah. So you thought about it. I saw it right here. You were like, should I go? Maybe I got to stay with I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I think I was panicking here.
Yeah. So they are close enough for the payload. And I'll put it to you this way. Even if the payload doesn't move another meter, I am okay with you leaving to go win the fight. Because yes, in Overwatch, to win the game, you need to push the objective. But to push the objective, you need to win the fight. Winning this fight is more valuable to getting this objective here than just sitting here, not taking space, not supporting the team, and then we die anyways. Right? So go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. So my question for that is like, is that because I saw Winston, hard engaging in the front lines? Because, I think if this was still kind of in the poke phase, then, I think we might have different answers. But did you make that decision based on, the positioning of the tank and kind of surmising, okay, he's probably, in the back lines, probably, fighting against whoever is that kind of what you were thinking?
This was where my decision came from. I'm going to show you right there.
Okay.
So on your screen, you can see that your Emery is being engaged, right? And from the audio, even though you can't hear it, this is that foundation we talked about, right? From the audio, I can hear ball slam. I know that that's balls engage. I know what just happened because I know what the sound is for his pile drive, and I can see Emery going into the air. So I know that's what just happened. The decision to go on this angle for me, and again, take it with a grain of salt, I might be wrong, but this is what I would do. I would go on this angle because he is being engaged and Wu Yang can't support it.
Mm.
Wu Yang is not in a position to support this. And neither am I. But I'm closer. I will get here before Wu Yang. And Wu Yang's already on this angle supporting him. And we want to keep this angle. Right? So there's this thing in Overwatch. I'm gonna draw on the screen. I'm gonna have to change the way that you're viewing it real quick. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Share your screen, change. There we go. Okay, entire screen. Bam. All right, cool. Let me know if you can see this green.
Oh, yeah, I can.
Okay, perfect. All right, I also need to change that in the recording. Okay, here we go. So, let me make this a little bit bigger. There we go. That's better. Okay. Much, much, much better. All right. So, there is a concept in Overwatch where you want to form this, I like to call it the V concept, but I've heard a lot of other people call it like the triangle, right? And so what that means is, you basically can draw a line from your tank to one of your supports. And then from that support, you would basically want to draw another line to something else, a support, a DPS, whatever, right? And so if you can connect that, right, you have a good like overlapping field of fire on everybody, right? So everybody can kind of see everybody can kind of help everybody. And the consequence of this is that you generally get a nice amount of space. So if you draw a circle around that triangle, well, we control all of this space. And so whenever you get these opportunities, and you may hear it if you watch any of the other VOD reviews I do or anything like that, or even when I'm playing live and I'm streaming and stuff like that, I'll say like, I need to deepen my angle. I need to widen my angle. And what that is like, if you can imagine, like just kind of moving this line out, right? So because that makes the triangle bigger, and thus it makes that space around the triangle bigger. So the TLDR is we're just commanding more space, right? And so that's what you would effectively be doing here, because right now we've got kind of the triangle, right? We've got this, we don't really have this piece. And that's the piece that we want, right? Now, of course, this isn't going to be perfect just because of the geometry of the map, right? But just to illustrate. And so I usually call that the V concept, which is I like to draw two lines from myself when I'm on support and try to sync that with, okay, I've got line on the tank, I've got line on a DPS, or, somebody else that I can support, and try to make that away from my other support. That way, then organically, we kind of create that triangle and that circle based off my position, right? So you kind of force that triangle to occur. So that would be, to go all the way back to your original question. I know that was a really long explanation, but to go back to your original question, it's seeing that he's being engaged. He doesn't have anyone here to help him, and Wu Yang can't leave here, because if he does, we're going to lose that triangle, and we're going to lose this space. Okay?
Right.
So that's why I would leave it. And of course, Wu Yang could come over here and still be with Junkrat, move the payload, and then both of them can sit here, do damage, whatever, while the payload's progressing. Go ahead.
So, I thank you for explaining it. So the whole like V concept is what so essentially is what Wrecking Ball trying to do is he trying to kind of like, or ideally he might get a kill, but if not, like is what he is trying to do, essentially, how is it, like kind of like making our triangle smaller per se, so he's trying to force retreat, and so he's trying to like, so we have this like big triangle, and he's just kind of like trying to chip it away so that we have less area, and so my job is to make sure that doesn't happen. Is that kind of like the mindset I should have?
So I think you're touching on half of it. The triangle part is not a factor, right? Like what Wrecking Ball or Tracer or Sombra or Genji or whatever, right? What they want to do is they want to catch you isolated. They want to catch you by yourself. They want to catch you without cooldowns. They want to catch you in a weakened state, either weakened because you're alone or weakened because you don't have a way to fight back. Okay? So that's their objective. You really can't, like, there's nowhere on this map where you could be like, I'm just going to ignore Ball and he's going to leave me alone. Like, if he wants to fight you, he's going to do it. It's that you just need to be smarter about the engagement. And that goes back to what we talked about here, which is we didn't need to use sleep here because we weren't in danger. Like, he was not committing onto you, right? He's committing onto this Emery. If this Emery was you, absolutely, you do what you need to do to live. Because you living guarantees that you get to have more value for 1, 2, 3, 10, 30 additional seconds, whatever it may be. If you just sit here and be like, okay, I'm not gonna pay attention to you, I'm gonna do stuff, he's just gonna kill you. And then you're definitely not getting value because you're waiting to respawn, right? So you have to deal with what is in front of you. It's just you need to consider the value of what you're doing given what you're seeing, right? This would be worth it, using cooldowns and fighting and doing all that. Back here, not so much because he wasn't committed.
Okay.
All right, let's keep going.
Payload secured. Let's move.
This ends now.
Yep. Perfect. Perfect.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Lots of good things happened here. Lots of good things happened here. Okay. This was not your fault. All right, this was not your fault. So, they used a bunch of ultimates, right? You guys used ultimates. They used ultimates. The trades were there. I don't think there's a way you could have affected it that much more, right? There's a couple of opportunities we could have had, but not a lot. All right, so let's kind of go back, and we'll do this from
Get in there.
when he kind of jumps on you. All right, so like right here. But what I like about this is when he jumps on you, you kind of ignore it. All right, the reason I like this is because, again, you're at full HP. Okay, he's not hard engaging you. You've got all of your cooldowns, and right here, you can see Wu Yang is supporting you. So you're not in danger of dying. All right? So I love that we didn't use cooldowns here. This is great. Okay? So he uses ults. We nano it. Nano is one of those things that I'm going to leave it to your judgment. I probably would not have nanoed this, but I don't hate it either. Okay?
Okay.
This right here, we could have slept.
Right.
We could have slept. She's right there. Okay? Instead of taking this shot, maybe you go for the sleep dart, and if you hit the sleep dart, what does that do for your team?
Well, that's like, I mean, okay. Was she ulting? I think I heard her ult.
She was.
Voice line, right? Yeah.
She's not anymore, but she was.
Okay. Well, in any case, that's just like one less person in the front lines for, a good 5 seconds. Emery probably has a good target to kill now.
There you go.
So,
That's it. You nailed it. You nailed it.
Okay.
You see how her gun is glowing? This means she's at high charge. So if I do this, you're going to see she's at 100%. That means she has rail shot. And we both know how dangerous that is, right? So she has rail shot. She is the best contest aside from Ana to your Emery. If you happen to sleep this,
Mhm.
Well, now he's uncontested. He doesn't have to worry anymore.
Mhm.
He even maybe gets this kill,
Mhm.
right? So that's how we could have affected this. Now you could argue,
Right.
he doesn't get the kill. Ana supports her. She's getting healed. Whatever, right? I don't care about that. I care about you maximizing your value. And this right here would have been a great opportunity to hit this sleep instead of trying to do damage to her.
Mhm.
Okay. This is also
Right.
very dangerous because you're half HP. If she body shots you with this rail, you're dead.
Right.
So my first instinct would be, I'm dead no matter what. I'm going to send the most value in the next half a second that I can send. And that's my sleep dart.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. Because that sleep dart, if it
Right.
lands, you live. He has less pressure. Maybe this goes a different way. Okay.
Right.
So I like that. She backs off, whatever. We're still supporting. Okay.
Reload.
We try to support our Emery. Emery gets the rail shot and he's just too low and you're reloading. That's not your fault. Okay. You're reloading. There's not a whole lot you could do. You could try to nade it, but is that going to keep him alive? I doubt it. Okay. And you even did try to nade it. So you did everything you could. The sleep here, this is great. The only thing I would say now is just die. You're gonna die. Just go ahead and die. Die faster. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Perfect. So I would say 70 to 80% of that, great. My only issue was the sleep dart. Not going for that sleep dart. Good attempt.
Yeah.
Good attempt.
Yeah. That was on me though, because I think Wu Yang did pin the Reaper.
You tried. I think you tried to slow it down and like, should I use my cooldown? Should I not? Like you were really thinking hard about what to do there, and it just cost you time. And he's just damaging you the entire time. So, right there, I don't care if you use sleep. I don't care if you use nade. We just want to force him to use Wraith so that he's weaker, and then get distance on him. Okay, this is all good. I would absolutely anti this.
Oh yeah, that's also true.
Yeah. That would be a great anti right there. We just kind of missed that. So right when you peek here, boom, right there.
Oh yeah.
Right here.
Oh man, yeah.
But that's okay.
That's so true. Yeah.
I mean, you're trying to support Winston. You clearly can't walk in there. Like, you'll just get killed. So you did what you could. Not your fault. Now what you need to do is you need to back out. Because if you guys get picked here, that's going to be a problem. You don't need to back out. Why do you not need to leave? Why is this kind of where we want to play at right here?
I think this position, I think I'm playing at Ana's strength quite a lot because I'm keeping a lot of position. I think I have good cover because I could just like pop to the left and and if Reaper were to hard commit to me, I still have both my cooldowns.
Exactly. And same thing with Ball. And you saw that Ball was over here earlier because he kind of chased your monkey, right? So if you're paying attention to where the enemy are, you know that Ball's over here. We understand the layout of the map. He can only come out this way or this way or up here. And all three of those you can see from where you are. So you know that he's not going to sneak up on you. So yeah, I would absolutely agree with you. Right here, you just stay here and you go for whatever target makes sense. Maybe that's the Ana, maybe that's the Sojin. Doesn't matter. They don't have anything that can just like immediately one-shot you because they snuck up on you and you didn't see it coming, right? Your biggest danger here is rail shot from her. But she hasn't peeked far enough for her to shoot you. So I think this is fine. I would even be okay if you were down here where you said, okay, I'm going to position here so that I can clear this out and line of sight everything here so that it can't see me. I'm okay with that too. It doesn't matter to me. I think what you're doing here is fine. It's just if they start to aggress on you, don't stay here and die. Leave. Okay? That's all I want you to do.
Okay.
So ball's coming. I want you to start leaving. This was the mistake. You see how you went back? You had the opportunity. You went this way, and then you came back. This was the mistake. You should die now. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
There we go. So yeah, when you saw a ball starting to come at you, I would have just immediately started to move and I would have dropped. Why would I have dropped?
I think if you drop, you have the door, so you have more cover.
Okay, think a little bit further through the door.
Is it maybe the tank is easier to follow up on me because he's coming back?
So if you drop, you go inside. He doesn't get to use his harpoon to get speed to knock you around, right? Because he doesn't have enough space to get momentum.
Right.
He can't pile drive on you. And you're already at about 50% HP, right? You're at about 75. You've got this. All right. So you're able to get distance on him. You're able to kind of neutralize his kit quite a bit. And you're able to get a resource to heal you back up without having to use anything. And then you can get back with your team. And now you're out. Okay. So I would have just, that's what I like to call read the room. You know, like you go to a party or something, and you're like, all these people are miserable because you could just feel it, right? Yeah, same thing. Like you could just see that they're wanting to jump you. Like, get out. Just get out.
Yeah, I guess here I was just trying to make like a funny joke or something when everyone was clearly miserable at me. and
yeah, that's a terrible ult. just wait. You guys don't even have to do anything. Just sit here and wait. There you go. Well, that would have been a great time to potentially sleep.
yeah.
Yeah, we had quite a few opportunities here to use our abilities. So some people were low right there. Your Wu Yang crossed in front of you while the ball was there. You definitely could have antied that to heal him and do damage to the ball. We could have just tried to sleep that earlier. So like when she goes to bash in, right here. So right here, right now, as soon as you get it, right here, we sleep her.
Right.
But see, you took time to, instead of trying to go for the sleep, you went for like just damage, right? Just hit the shot.
Right.
I would have tried the sleep. Because if you get that sleep, she probably dies from your Emery, who's ulting right above you right now. And then she doesn't get to kill you.
Yeah, that I remember during this match I was like, yeah, that was dumb.
It's okay. Like I can clearly see the wheels turning in your brain. Like you're trying to, what's the best thing to do right now? What I would like you to do is I would like you to do what feels natural. Don't overthink it. Do what feels natural, and then we can overthink it, like in review, right? Like that's the purpose of this. So.
Okay.
Because if you take all those extra seconds to like, oh, should I not? Then it's kind of like you're gonna die or miss the opportunity or whatever. Just go with what feels natural, and then we'll break it apart later. So I'm okay with this. I wouldn't push too much deeper because they're gonna start pushing into you. So you have to get out now. You have to get out, or you're gonna get pushed.
Yeah.
I'm okay with you living right here. I'm okay with you just staying here and not moving. Don't move, don't make a sound, don't do anything. Okay? I'm okay with you doing that. I'm also okay you getting out when there's no one looking at you, so. I like the extra pressure on the Sojin. As long as Sojourn doesn't have rail, if you don't see it glowing, go for it.
Okay.
That would have been a great sleep. You could see where he was going to land, that he was going to land here. You could have pre-aimed that, slep him, and then your team would probably be able to kill him. Okay, I don't want you to be super stacked on your team, right? This is what we talked about. We don't want to be super stacked here. So I would like you to be playing a little bit away, maybe like right over here, where you can see every way that somebody wants to come for you. And then you've still got visibility on your tank and your team, and you're able to hit those cooldowns when they come in, right? I'm okay with this too. That's unfortunate. We missed the grenade, so Junk doesn't get that extra heals, so he dies. Okay. Now you just need to either fight or die. Either one's fine. There we go.
Reverse the tide.
Okay. Not bad. Not bad.
Round 1.
You didn't do terrible. You did not do terrible.
I think I was less concentrated in defense though, so I think I made a little bit more mistakes.
Okay. We'll find out.
And this will go smoothly.
Oh, and not to mention it's Wrecking Ball and Widowmaker, which is like my two most hated
Okay, so
characters.
let's talk about it. How do you defeat Widow on Ana?
That is something I really am struggling with, and I still, the thing is, I still don't know the answer because I don't think I have enough mechanical skill and ego to 1v1 duel her. Not to mention it's really stacked in her favor because all she has to do is one headshot me.
Yeah.
Whereas I have to, land 3 shots on her consecutively.
Exactly.
Right. So, the first priority I try to do is just not fight her because but then like I know this is kind of a mentality thing, but like it really just kind of like gets to me because like I have to work around reactively now because I'm like, where is she positioning? Where is her line of sight? Like who is she targeting? Because like for other characters, I can kind of be like, okay, this is like kind of like their like this character's like strengths and weaknesses. So let me position myself here so I can like I can poke at them, I can like nade them or something. But like I there really isn't anything I can do against Widowmaker except run away, so to speak, or that's how I've been playing. And so that I don't know, like that just kind of like I don't know, I just don't really know what to do.
Yeah, so what I would want you to do is I would want you to position yourself in a position where you're advantage and she's not, right? So you sitting here, this is fine, she's not going to be able to hit you no matter where she is. She can't hit you there. Okay. However, you saw the ball go this way and you heard it. So ball's coming for you. And then she's going to have a sight line either to start here or here, right? So we need to position accordingly. And so what I would do is I would probably move up to here.
Okay.
Because if you're here, then you're going to, again, have those options of, okay, well, if she wants to shoot me, she's got to move into my line of sight first. All right? Which gives you that information where you said, I don't know where she is. Well, you would know where she is, right? Because you would see her. And then you could make your decision. Do I go out the window and drop and move here? Do I, deepen this way and sit here? Do I then drop down here and play here? You have options. You have a lot of options. Okay? It also gives you options against ball, right? You know, you can drop as he engages, reposition, you can sleep, whatever. Okay. So you still have those options here against ball. You just don't have it against Widow, because if you need to drop, you've got to now go into her sightline. Okay.
Right.
And so this is the problem, is I think you hear the Widow shoot and you're like, okay, now I don't know what to do. And so you stagnate. So I would have repositioned against the Widow first, because as you said, the Widow can one-shot you. He's not going to one-shot you. Okay. So I would have positioned against him. Again, any of those places I said would have been, I think, better than just kind of being right here, where they can kind of pincer you between her pressure, you know, somewhere over here, and his pressure, which is he's just going to flank for free. Okay, let's keep going. I would have definitely slept. I would have slept him.
Yeah.
If you slept him, he would have been dead. Unlucky.
Yeah.
All right, so we got shot there because we're in Widow's sightline. So we know what her sightline is now. Now you have to make a decision.
Yeah.
And it looks like you're going to decide to do this. I hope that's not what you do.
Spoiler alert, I think I do at one point. I remember watching back the replay and I was like, holy cow, like I was like right next to the Widowmaker. Oh my goodness, like I would have died like instantly if she was like a little bit more aware of me. But anyway.
I will say this. I will say this. I am okay with you doing this as long as you do it the right way. Okay? Like playing super close to cover where you just pop out to look real quick. Like you don't even shoot anybody. You just do this so that you can see what's there. Oh, I see Widow. Okay, I can't hold this. Right? Or, oh, I don't see a Widow. Okay, now I can peek and I fight and I fight and I support my tank. Like if you do it the right way, I'm fine. I just don't want you to walk like this and then, okay, I'm out here now. Right? Because this would be bad. If you're going to do that, I would rather you just like walk back this way and be out here. Okay. Let's see what you do though. Yeah, you just walked right out. Nope, no idea what was there.
That was really bad.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, here I was like, oh my goodness, I just realized Widow was right there.
But then you move right back into the space you last saw her at. Like if she was still right here aiming this way looking for you, you just gave her the shot.
Yeah.
I
didn't notice during the match. Yeah, I didn't notice during the match, so it's definitely like my lack of awareness. Yeah.
I would have rather you just stayed right here. Literally just stay right here. Until you get that information with, oh, she's not there anymore, right? Or she's dead, or she's falling back, or whatever. Then you could pick where you want to go next. But you're already here and you saw her there, you're stuck. This is where you're living, dude. Okay? That would have been a great anti right there. Good. Yeah. Unlucky. You just didn't have the cooldowns to support it. And you went late, right?
Yeah.
She got to get the shot on you first. But that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we know where the Widow is because we just saw the shot come in, right? Yep. So now you just pull out. You just live here. I'm okay with you sleeping that if you need to. That works too. Just kill him. Good job. All right, so where's our next position? Where do we want to be at, right? You know, given the comp, you know, your Kiri's going to be better suited to flank and do all that than you. But if she's not doing it, you need to do it. Okay, so we'll see what she ends up doing. I'm okay. Like, okay, Kiri's here. Got it. I'm going this way. I'm going to go support this cast. Even though this cast is being crazy, he's trying to fight a widow. But like whatever. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna stand out of her line of sight and I'm gonna support and I'm gonna peek when I feel like I can peek. All right. Let's think about this real quick. Let's theory craft this. Let's say the widow is here and she's looking your direction and you're here out of her line of sight. When can you peek this?
I mean, I guess after I hear her shots.
Perfect. Look at you, dude. Yeah, that's the answer.
Woo-hoo! Let's go.
Because right after she shoots, she has to charge it back up, which leaves you a window of opportunity to peek, to shoot, to reposition, to whatever, right? It doesn't leave you a lot of time, but it definitely leaves you enough time to go, okay, I'm right here, sleep dart, anti-nade, right? It definitely leaves you enough time to do that. So not saying to go and make that play that I just said, but just in hindsight, you have the ability to kind of weave your value in between her shots.
Right.
So I can hear ball on the left. There goes ball. Perfect. I would definitely anti that. I would have antied the team, not the ball, but okay.
You're powered up. Get in there.
I'm not sure that I like the nano.
Okay.
So let's talk about why I don't think I like the nano.
Yeah.
What do you think the problem is with this?
So I just realized that all my teammates were just kind of stacked behind her, like the Junkrat, I think the Cassidy too, right? And so even if I nano her, she's probably gonna get all the damage from all the enemies because there's no one else to pressure them. So like they can just like kind of walk in for free and just kind of shoot her. So I don't think we had the right setup for me to kind of hard commit and nano and try to win the fight yet.
Yeah, so I think my issue with it is and you kind of touched on it, you used the word commit, and that's my big issue is like your tank hasn't committed anything here. And neither has the enemy team. So like your tank's just standing there instead of like walking towards them, right? So you give her nano and now she's like, okay, I got nano, now I have to go use it. And so she just walks forward and eats everything. Right? Whereas we have a Cassidy who's coming up on his ult. We have a Junkrat that has ult. We have Curie that has ult, right? Like we have other ults. I would have rather used this and gotten maybe a little bit more value out of it. Like, okay, my Ana's standing there, or my Orissa's standing there. And now she's at half HP. She doesn't have armor anymore. Okay, now I nano her, right? Because then you give her that injection of health back, right?
Right.
I don't mind you nanoing somebody at full HP if they're going to do something with it. But your tank is just clearly just standing here, right?
Yeah.
So you nanoing her and being like, hey, go do something.
That's literally me.
Yeah, like go do something. He goes and does something, but then she just feeds her brains out and everybody kills her. So yeah, I think I would have held this a little bit longer because you guys aren't on the clock. The enemy team is on the clock, right?
Okay, right.
They have to push it. If they want to sit there and never move an inch because they don't want to take any ground, I'm willing to sit here all day and wait. I got 4 minutes and 14 seconds. Go for it. Right? Like, I don't care. Waste your own time. Yeah, don't feel like you have to force a play to happen. You could definitely do that with sleep. We could do that with nade. We don't need to nano to force that opportunity.
So, like, just kind of like maybe theory crafting here, but maybe had the Orisa been like closer to the enemy, or like maybe the enemy started ulting, would that have been a better time to ult to nano?
Sure. If you feel her aggression is going to get full value out of that, then yeah, go for it. Whatever. I wouldn't fault that.
Okay.
But she clearly was just standing there. Like, she wasn't doing anything. So, yeah, I don't... Go ahead, sorry.
Right. Oh, no, sorry to interrupt. But, like, because I saw her fortify, and given Orissa's strengths, which is kind of just, like, mid-long range poking and just, constantly adding pressure,
Mhm.
I was like, oh, I guess she's trying to kind of, like, I guess commit, because I don't know, like, I just felt like she was maybe trying to get in there, especially because she used fortify, and I just thought it was a good timing because I think the enemy Ana used the anti-nade like right before that, right? So I was like,
Mhm.
okay, I mean, not like the anti-nade is really going to do much against a nanoed enemy, especially a tank, but like I was like, okay, they kind of use their cooldowns, like Orissa's using her cooldowns too, so I was like, okay, maybe we're gonna go in, I guess. And I think that's kind of the thought process I was going through.
I get it. I understand. I
Mhm.
understand your point of view in the moment. I think, looking at it myself, if she's using Fortify and still standing there out in the open and not moving, she's not trying to push anything.
Okay.
She's
Yeah.
not trying to aggress on anybody. She's just trying to stand there.
Mm.
I mean, she had full
True.
HP and she
Right.
used a cooldown, where she did
Right.
nothing with it. So, you throwing your nano onto her,
Mhm.
you could argue that, if you nano before she uses the cooldowns, then maybe she has those cooldowns for the push. She doesn't get blown up, but that's not your fault. You're not in control of her cooldowns, right? So, the only other thing I'll add here is when he goes to land on you, you are too low HP not to nade this. You have to nade this.
Okay.
So if I back this up, so when he comes in right here, this is, you have to nade. You're at 15 HP. You have to nade. You cannot go for the sleep.
Right.
So for me, this would be nade immediately, like anywhere where the splash is going to hit me, and then go for the sleep.
Okay.
Team, I go out on my terms. Team, stop the payload.
Oh wow, we're already at an hour and 10 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry to take a
No,
lot of your
no,
time.
you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. No worries. Yeah, I think you could definitely sleep that if you wanted to.
Okay.
You could also argue that you don't sleep it because your team is like just wholly focused on the objectives. I probably would have slept it, whether that's the right call or not, I don't know. Yeah, my only problem with this entire team fight is we just didn't use cooldowns.
Yeah.
We didn't use nade, we didn't use sleep. Honestly, I don't even care what you used it on. I just kind of wish we would have invested our cooldowns to the team fight.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the part where I was talking about where I think I was like just panicking and just heal botting, but like I really didn't think about like cooldown usage there. So yeah.
Yeah, you were like healing the Cassidy that was sleeping. You were healing your bat, none of which were getting shot at all. So yeah, you're definitely panicking there a bit. We're not like reading the room, right? Like, oh, they're not looking at them.
Right.
Yeah. And this is just, it is what it is. It's a 5v1. You're not gonna win that, right? So yeah, I think I don't feel like you played terribly, okay? So I don't want you to feel that. I don't even feel like you heal botted a lot of the time. I know you said that like you were panicking, you were heal botting. Like in that last fight, sure, right? But throughout the entire game, I don't feel like you did that. Positioning wise, I definitely can see you're thinking about it. I just think you're hesitating. And so what I would want you to do, like I said earlier, is just whatever you feel that decision is in the moment, make it. Okay? Make it. Like when that Emery was getting jumped and you guys were on attack, your first instinct was to go that way, and then you talked yourself out of it. When had you gone that way, that's what I would have done, right?
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I would say, like, as you go forward, definitely try to spend less time second guessing yourself and just do what you feel makes sense given what you're trying to practice. And then we will tear it apart and overanalyze it later.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, so we'll do that later, but I want you to definitely make those decisions, because a lot of the time I could see that you wanted to make the right decision and you talked yourself out of it.
Yeah, I do think, like, I'm like, one thing I'm really trying to avoid is autopiloting, and so every like decision I make, I try to give it a thought, but like that also means like in the actual gameplay, I'm doing less because, I'm like just kind of thinking that's like more downtime, like that's less time like, healing or damaging or whatever. So
Sure.
that's kind of like this like limbo I'm in.
Sure. And I think, what we talked about at the top of this review about, the 80-20 rule and not trying to do too much at the same time. I do think that came into play there, because I could see, with that Emery, I could see you were like, okay, I should go position there. I should take that angle, but I'm not sure. And then other times I could see you, oh, I think I should use my cooldowns here, but I'm not sure, right? I think you're trying to focus on all of it. What I want you to do is I want you to apply that 80-20 rule and say, okay, you know what? Today, I'm only going to worry about my positioning, or, that 20% of the games that I'm going to play. And then tomorrow, I'm going to only work on my cooldowns, right? Just to give yourself some variety so you don't bore yourself. And then you just kind of do that, right? Like every day, work on a little bit more, in that 20% block, and really focus on it and don't worry about the rest of it. And then over time, you will improve at those things and they'll become second nature.
Right. Okay. So yeah, that's definitely like, yeah, I think I was like thinking about like trying to juggle, as you said, I was like really trying to juggle like multiple concepts at once. And I think I just kind of like, just kind of like exploded on myself, because I would be like, oh my goodness, there's so many things I need to think about. And I'm like, I just don't know what to do.
Right.
So yeah.
I mean, that's my feedback. I think you're doing great. I think, just let's make it a little bit more structured in the ways that we just talked through. And, other than that, it's just you putting in the time and the work.
All right. I'll definitely be practicing the things that we've talked about today.
Okay, wonderful. So that's all the feedback I've got. If you don't have anything else, we can go ahead and wrap up. I will say, give it some time before you submit another review, just so that you have enough time to actually work on these things, because they do not happen overnight. So my general go-to is give it, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Some people like to take longer. It just depends on how long it takes you to kind of figure it out, right? Or feel that you've improved. So whatever that time frame is, give yourself that amount of time. And then we can come back and look at it again and see where you're at.
All right. That's definitely what I'll be doing then.
All right. Awesome. Well, you got anything else, Casket?
No, I think I'm all good. Thank you.
All right. Awesome. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you, and yeah, good luck out there.
Thank you. It was really nice talking to you too.